This is our legacy. I see. I know what to do. There is no morality. This is war. Fight now. Or die now. Yellowstone. Watch on Paramount Network next week. Innovation in healthcare. No, it's and everyone, we're helping you unlock barriers. It's in our 35 plus years of pharmacy benefits management experience to save businesses billions while boosting education achievements. Helping planning sponsors and be their best. That's why we make it possible. Everyone has services. Sure, but business does. But we also have ideas, and we so consistent done. Vaporized stores growth management with vape-capable glass. All the votes, credentials, and analysis. Don't miss special election coverage on Monstrum Nox. America is watching. If you want to, please cast.
Hi guys, welcome to Legends and Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1. As you can see in the bottom right, I got the Sun Patcher update. Should get that. I fixes a lot of things, and it just helps with the game. That's all. Helps with a few minor issues, major issues, whatever. The Sun Patcher is a patcher good for all the trails of the Cold Steel series, 1 through 4. Tokyo Xanadu EX, and I'm pretty sure Revelry's in there, but don't quote me on that one. I doubt it. So, let's see.
What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Both on division. We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig.
Looks so big here.
I'm concerned about it. The Democratic Party soon, they keep me off the phone. We spent and $1 million defending the case. The first time they switched around.
This is awful. Continue. I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along, which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
It wouldn't possibly sink!
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
Please, let us know. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Green's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternatives, we have to try.
We're not to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Green, you and the rest of Group A are with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Nightheart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you. Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot of these. It's time to put that knowledge to the test. Understood. Let me talk to you about your future prediction if Trump wins. And it has said he wants to put your role in make America healthy again and putting forward a lot of new policies. This is what Howard Lutnick said, who's the head of the transition committee, which you are part of, about what you're really doing. You're saying he should not be in charge of the judges. Okay, so he's not going to be in the secretary? No, he's not going to be in an acting position, something like that. I just told you what he wants. He wants to get data. The data. He just wants data. He wants to prove things are wrong. And he says, if I can't prove them wrong, that's fine. But if I can save millions of Americans' lives. So that actually is your understanding that he's not coming to crystal role? I don't think that's right. Howard statement there.
Here they come.
We are extremely much of Trump here is the Trump administration, the Trump team has been very, very accommodating. Give me what I want.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study.
Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it.
They're clearly public health.
Very well, I will serve as your opponent.
Okay.
Number 2, to restore the tradition in the agency of gold standard and peer-based, evidence-based science medicine that they have about the
Go.
They put gold standards for it and they lost. And then third, to end the disease epidemic.
All right, let's do this.
Which now
Leave it to me.
60% of our kids was 6%. And it costs $4.2 trillion a year and 7% are not qualified for military services and potential theft.
Very well.
He's asked me, and measurable results within 2 years.
It's my turn.
You know, why is Howard Lutnick saying that you wouldn't have a position? Is that just closing hours, that they think that that might be a negative? What's going on? As I said, that is not true. The campaign has walked back those statements by Howard Lutnick, and he himself is about this. So does that mean that you think you might be the HHS secretary if former President Trump We don't know. I talked to the president about it yesterday, and he asked me
My turn. It's my turn.
I'm not sure what that should be fair.
You're open.
Very well.
Come on. And the Chronicles I'm confident that if I want to be a secretary,
Like that for them. Good work.
Okay. And do you have a message for voters in places where you are still on the ballot that you want to
face that.
Yeah, I do. Don't vote for me. If you want to see things like
No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside with Graham.
Seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too. So these are archaisms.
Are you certain, Instructor?
All right, so let's transition to
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. And a real pain to deal with, too.
lockdown support with
We need to hurry, but keep
holders,
your wits about
an
you.
area that
Understood.
we haven't purchased yet, although the Trump campaign says that they are protecting, the interest of economy and national security matters to women just like it matters to that. We're talking about the coming up.
just in the suburban women.
Here they come.
The
Stay
suburbs
focused,
are under
class.
the top right now. When you're home in your house alone, and you have this monster that got prisons, 6 charges of murdering 6 different people.
Here we go.
I think you're going to
My turn.
Leave it to me. Lights out for them. Good work.
to cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract infections, and low sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the paraneal. Stop taking Corsica, blood to and the symptoms of this infection.
Stay calm and regroup.
Ketoacidosis.
Come on!
Big problem. You got in trouble. First, it was hoaxes, stitches, and impeachments. Then it was FBI raids,
Here we go.
courtrooms, and mug shots. Finally, it was bullets in a Pennsylvania field.
There!
And after all that, this man stood up, with blood
Very
draining
well.
down his face, and his fists in the air, told us to fight.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn.
America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, brighter. We're stronger.
Yeah.
Come on! Go!
Get out to vote. No one America's future is responsible for the content of this evidence.
I'll handle this.
My name is Brayden. I was 5 years old when I came to
It's my turn.
I'll try to shorten down the story. So, I've been having these headaches that won't go away. My mom, she was just crying. What they said, your son has brain cancer.
It was through more spirit on the light.
Retreat.
This is the training of every parent. You can join the battle to save the lives of kids by supporting
The battle's over,
children's research
but stay alert, everyone.
families need to receive a bill from the same treatment and travel needs, so they can focus on helping their child live. What they've done for me, my son, my family.
Very well. I will serve as your opponent.
Here we go!
Life is
My
a
turn.
gift, especially for a child battling cancer. Call or go online and help save the lives of children like Grace.
Now, I'm 11 years old. We were actually doing a checkup for my brain.
Leave it to me.
And they saw something in my throat. Is thyroid cancer?
Here we
It was
go!
heartbreaking to find out that he has cancer again. But
My turn.
we have behind us just gives me hope.
My turn.
A difference.
Burn in daylight.
Teacher. Without St. Jude or its donors, we would have been in a bad place.
These kids, they've done nothing wrong. Finding a cure for childhood cancer. Maybe they're
Help St. Jude give kids with cancer a chance.
Well, President Trump about to speak in North Carolina. That is defeated in North Carolina. This is the second rally of today after Pennsylvania. Next up, Georgia, and it's hitting 3 battlegrounds. We did 3 rallies yesterday as well. It is a rally-a-thon that is happening right now. Look how close Georgia was last time around. I'm trying to find one. Those electoral votes by less than half a percentage point.
Where are we?
Fewer than
Must be the Rally Academy.
12,000 votes.
There's some Crossbell State on the
This
other
year, the state
side.
is shattering the voting records, and the legal battles have already begun. Fox News reports that April 1st, stop working that the Georgia and the RNC have filed a federal lawsuit against 7 counties here in Georgia over the decision to open up election offices like the one behind me in order to accept absentee ballots.
The railway guns.
At first, Republicans
Enormous.
Damn! How did they manage to get them prepped so fast? Don't tell me they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
And all of them
Instructor.
those Democrats. The GP says the movement of these offices is illegal. State law says
Oh,
that
certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Ugh, we don't have time for this.
on Friday, the GOP is debating the opening of the offices to law offices. That's an official state lawsuit with thrown out. They plan
We need to take
appeal
these
that
things
and
out
now
fast.
have this federal lawsuit.
Right there with you.
They are asking counties to sequester the weekend ballots that were submitted.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
Now, one of the elections like I mentioned,
You met the wrong teacher.
is right behind
Here we
me
go.
here in Fulton County. County officials telling me that on Saturday they received $105 across all of their locations. They say they are following the letter of the law to their Georgia. Martha, Matt, thank you very much for watching out for us this weekend. And to Monday, here is former Speaker
on my blade.
My turn.
Oh, which should I keep you provided with you what I paid for? Sling lets you do that.
My turn.
Sling lets you do that.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans carry this card going to have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. These are convenient plans that offer all of the benefits of original Medicare plus extra coverage and benefits. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you can get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan with $0 copays on hundreds of prescriptions. Most plans have dental coverage, including $0 copays for cosmetic services, vision,
That's a dope ass move.
That's more than you get with original Medicare, but it gets even better because Humana offers $3 or no monthly payment. You'll also get for routine vaccines and in-network retail pharmacies, $0 copays for telehealth visits,
My turn.
$0 copays for in-network executive services, plus worldwide coverage for emergency and urgent care when you travel. And Medicare Advantage plans ensure your covered medical costs, including all doctor and emergency care, will never go above a maximum out-of-pocket of
Here goes.
My turn.
benefits like these in more convenience. Plus, you'll have access to Humana's multiple large plan networks of doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies. So if you want more from Medicare, call now to see if there's a plan in your area that could give you extra coverage and benefits, including coverage for doctor, hospital, and prescription drugs. Plus, out-of-pocket medical costs. And most plans include
Very
coverage
well.
for dental, vision, and hearing. A knowledgeable, licensed Humana sales agent will explain your coverage options, even though you're rolled over the phone.
Arcus, activate.
I will also send you a guide. But here's the time. The annual enrollment period ends December 7th. Humana, a more human way to health care.
The remarkable great superfood that
It's my turn.
I've taken many every day for 3 years. It's been a long journey. The scientists found that in 90-day clinical trial, many have significantly increased the dilation volumes. This dilation increases blood flow, better blood flow, physical patriotic walk, better blood flow, more oxygen, more brain. They give you a mental alert. It's like, maybe the better. Follow home line to get your first month guaranteed rewards. Are you
What the effects of alcohol, the faster they start. They contain silver-filling alcohol activating remains of Viagra and Cialis. Sparks is not plenty. Dissolve them for faster plus Cialis is in your system long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got it. See if Sparks are right for you at RePhantazio.com/Sparks.
Leave it to me. My turn.
Very well. I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
All right, that's the intro.
A self-destruct mechanism. Is there cowardice and no bounds?
We're running out of time. Yeah, go ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to.
Doesn't really matter that much to Americans across the country in terms of how they're going to live their lives, economy, foreign policies, and what not. He said he's never seen a strong economy around President Trump.
No way, guns.
Oh, no, no!
Now another supporter of Vice President Harris, New York
Don't.
Local, if you're voting for these Republicans in New York, you're voting for someone who supports Donald Trump, and you're anti-women, you're anti-abortion, and basically you're anti-American. Oh, okay. No, you got that? Former Speaker of the House, Kevin
No, it's installed in kidneys and liver and shit.
to school people, there's a lot of schooling.
Cup in the balls.
But I don't think,
It's a separate thing, liver and kidneys and all that part of the thing. Metabolism.
She was in the lead. Two things it shows. She's not doing well, her messages are coming across. But secondly, it means you're not getting the base out. So what you go so far over trying to get your base to come back, and President Trump like some devil Nazi, so makes your base come out. That's where she's having a problem. It will work.
All right, so tell me what you see, and I want to get to the start of the quickly, but I just want to get your top line. When you look at these polls, who do these go in?
I give advantage to President Trump. I give him a 65% chance of winning this. It is tight. A week or so, I think he was on the move upward. I think the Madison Square Garden event kind of stopped that. This is really great poll. This is a toss-up, but it's a better advantage for him. You would always say that Hammer has to be at least about 3% to win the electoral college. You look at it comes down to the Biden. Less than 50,000 people decided on the vote, 150,000 vote. And Trump, we always understand that that's the case this time as well. The early vote has been better than the Republicans this cycle. The Gallup polls say that the Republican one is the better ballot is closer than it was before. So I'd rather be President Trump than Trump.
For sure. In terms of practices, is the difference right now. Let's pull up these races to watch so people get a sense of what's going on in Virginia and Pennsylvania. You see that Virginia seat that has gone blue to toss up now, and then you've got a Pennsylvania toss up seat which is moving in the blue direction. What are your thoughts on what the pickups might look like?
Well, what you really want to look at, because you have the district, no one can ever win the House. But the seats you really want to look at, you want to look at the main seat with Golden. You want to look at this Virginia seat with the old Spanberger seat, Derek Anderson ran.
Yep.
Then you want to look at North Carolina. Yeah, you want to look at North Carolina. Republicans pick up 3, but North Carolina. You want to look at where you're going to have the Republicans put out 2 seats in Pennsylvania, the seat in Maine and the seat in Virginia. They're going to have to underperforming President Trump. So if you just want to get President Trump has a good night, they'll carry the Republicans.
So some people think that Republicans could lose the House in this election. What percentage roughly would you give that?
Unless, look, I believe that Iowa is 1 seat. The last 2 cycles, we won months, it should be easier for Republicans to win seats this time than the other. The generic ballot bill, President Trump's rule. When President Trump and Biden ran last time, Biden won. It was the first time since '94. No Republican.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This train is bound for Farehard via Celtic. The next stop is Trista. Trista. We will be stopped at Trista for 1 minute. When disembarking, please ensure no belongings are left behind.
Election day for sure.
Almost there.
So, this question.
Man, spring's really in full bloom here, huh? Back home, there was still so much snow on the ground, I hardly even realized it.
So many homes and so many numbers. And they say, oh, watch this. Watch this. Wait, you see. It's time. It's time.
Trump voters here in Pennsylvania, and that's why it's going to be close. We all understand Pennsylvania's going to pick the president.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. He'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires. Kamala Harris is for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans, so we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
A large retail store just canceled on huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra liability. But you know what? What's their loss? I'm going to beat your game. For the first time ever, the standard classic bike for food sales prices. Only $14.88. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. Classic wholesale.
I'll be spending the next 2 years here. I wonder how long it'll be before I think of it as home. But yeah, I think I'm going to like it.
Ouch.
Are you okay? I should have picked a better place to take him to see him.
You can take a medical grade EKG in just 30 seconds for anyone. Cardio Mobile is proven to save atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke, and it's the only personal EKG that's FDA cleared to detect normal heart rate.
Don't worry about it. More distance where I was going instead of gawking at flowers. Just like the postcard.
Yeah, I guess that's the matter. I hope everything in your case is okay.
Don't worry about that. It'll be fine. Hey, you've got the red uniform too.
An election night date.
Yeah.
Laura, Jesse, and John at Most
Almost
Analysis.
everyone else in the train had a green jacket. I have a few I've seen in red. I didn't really think about it until now. I just put on the uniform this evening.
I hadn't given it much thought until I got here either. But yeah, like you said, there have been a few others sporting them too, so I doubt it's a mistake. Maybe it means we'll end up being classmates. Anyway, I should get going. I've got a feeling we'll see each other again at the entrance ceremony, though.
We can get together with friends.
I totally forgot to ask your name. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into each other later. She's right though. It is weird that there are so few of us in red. Is there even enough to make a class? That board book they sent with the uniform is pretty strange too. It sure looks a lot fancier than your standard issue ornament, that's for sure.
Allergies this time of year is fucking incredible too.
Someone will probably explain it during orientation.
Got pure water coming out of my schnoz.
Thor's military academy is on the north side of town. I've still got some time to look around before the entrance ceremony, but it'd be pretty awkward to be late the first day.
Vice President candidate J.D. Vance speaking in Battleground, Pennsylvania, a short time from now. Pennsylvania, part of the Blue Wall, obviously, that former President Trump won, which prompted his huge upset election by winning Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. So we look at them all together because they have almost always worked all together. Then he lost all three in 2020 by about 80,000 votes. Come back, think about that. 320 million Americans, about 158 million voted. 158 million voted, but it came down to 80,000 votes. Vance will be speaking in Lancaster County, which is a heavily red district generally. Trump was in the state a short time ago, and he's going to be spending a lot of time in Pennsylvania over the next 48 hours. Watch this.
I shall take my leave here. I pray you find victory here in both your studies and your training.
We're going to turn it around, and it's going to happen fast. November 5th will be the most important day.
Thank you, Klaus. I'm leaving everything in your hands while Father is away.
Several days, if not the last week or so. National correspondent Brian Dennis.
Oh, please excuse my rudeness, young sir. It truly is a splendid day, is it not? The start of a new chapter in the lives of so many promising youths.
Hi, Martha, that's exactly right. If Vice President Kamala Harris is going to win Pennsylvania, she's going to need every single vote she can get here in Philadelphia. She has to run up the score. In fact, former Philadelphia Mayor,
allow me to express my sincerest congratulations on your admittance into this fine academic institution.
If you find, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Former President Trump did better in Philadelphia in 2020 than he did in 2016, though, and
He certainly looks the part. That means the girl with him must have been a noble. She did have a certain dignity about her. I wonder if she's from a famous military family or something.
Every day, we meet at headquarters, and we go out, we knock on doors, and we try to convince people to give us the benefit of the doubt.
So this is it.
And if you think these get out the vote efforts don't matter, consider this. We spoke to women voters who were in line in Philadelphia suburbs who still had not made up their minds up until the last second. Listen. Now.
Thor's Military Academy.
My mind wants to do one thing, my heart wants to do another thing. It's just hard. It's very hard.
Founded by the legendary Emperor Drykos himself.
So you're gonna do it again? Yeah, because she was with Biden. Biden did not for us. He got us in the worship. So that's what I mean. I like that she supports women for their rights. Now, a big concern about Black and Latino voter turnout. Harris is having her last campaign.
Thank you for your
right here in
patience.
Philadelphia tomorrow.
The Academy.
Thank you very much. Interesting.
Much obliged.
Some people on the street there, Brian. Joining me now, Selena Vito, who has had her finger on
I don't mind.
politics for many years. She's a Pennsylvania native and national political reporter for the Washington Examiner.
Please, if you'll allow me to take your luggage.
That won't be necessary. I prefer to avoid standing out too much.
And she joins me now,
But,
Selena.
sir,
Great to see you. Great to
This
have you.
isn't
And I
open
think,
for debate.
you know, what I
Take whatever
wanna
rest you
ask
need,
is
then return to
what you're
Berea
feeling
Hall.
right now.
As you wish.
Given the
Shall
pulse
be
that you
departed.
have on that state, and how
Your
I can-
time spent in these hallowed halls be all you think for. Please take care of yourself.
It feels more like 2016 than 2020. You know, polling is a science, and I have the most respect for that. Reporting is a bit of a science too, however, it's more in total.
Orbital limousine. And one of Reinford's fanciest models, too. Looks like even Arabonia's upper crust send their children here.
Trump does have a very unique
Welcome to Thor's Military Academy.
And he showed up in places that traditionally don't get a lot of attention. Like out
Let's
Beaver
see.
County.
Yes,
Like
you're the last of
County,
them.
Erie County,
That would
Johnstown. Nobody
Green
goes to
Schwarzer,
Johnstown, right?
Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you. But how do you know me?
It's a long story. Don't sweat the details right now.
Is that your weapon you've got wrapped up? I'll need to hold on to that for the time being. Oh, right. You mentioned something about that in the guidebook.
Relate to and say that looks like my backyard. Well, that was a message that
Thanks.
speaks to me.
I should be able to return it to you before long. Hardly even miss it.
The entrance ceremony is going to be held in the auditorium. Just head straight back. You can't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your first day at Thor's.
Glad to have you. I hope these next 2 years will be a fruitful time for you.
And she has problems. Hillary has problems with trade. She has problems with energy. So when you look at what Brian was just talking about,
I guess those two must be second years. That girl definitely looked younger than me, though. What was that about me being the last? I'm not seriously the very last student to check in, am I?
So that you essentially wouldn't have to worry about the other places that you go.
Sounds like it's about time for the ceremony to start, though. Well, here's to the start of a great 2 years.
Now, if I may, I'd like to say a few words in closing about this Academy's illustrious history.
It does happen on Tuesday. But I also see get out the vote efforts going on across in the smaller counties. In Cambria, in Mason, in Erie.
Thor's Military Academy was founded almost 220 years ago. Its founder, as I'm sure you're all aware, was none other than the great Emperor Drykos.
And that's where we are right now.
The very same emperor who ended the War of the Lions and returned prosperity to the Erebonian
They're
Empire.
on par. They both have really good ground games. You don't hear a lot
30
about
years after becoming emperor, in the later years of his life, he opened the doors of this institution.
Thanks, Selena. Thank you.
It was to be a place where young people like yourselves could learn the art of war. But with the mechanization of the military, many of our graduates now pursue careers outside the army. Our mission, however, remains the same: to prepare our students to fulfill Emperor Drykos' famous mandate. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. Though much has happened these past 2¼ centuries, the world is still the domain of the young. Yet still the question remains: what qualities must one possess to become a part of its foundation? I hope this credo will serve as a guide and an inspiration to you during your 2 years at this academy. Go forth, my students. The world awaits the great things you will one day accomplish.
The foundation of the world, huh? No pressure, right? No kidding. Though, this is Drykos the Rhino that we're talking about.
This is our
We didn't earn his nickname by taking the easy road. Guess we've got more to worry about than just passing exams, huh?
I guess we do.
The needs that these forgotten kids have.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You can imagine.
Green Schwarzer. Hey, looks like we're sporting the same school fashion.
Yeah. No idea what the red uniform is supposed to mean, though. Most of the other students are wearing green. Well, except for the ones in the white uniforms. Those must be the nobles.
Looks that way. Oh.
Something...
Nah, just thinking to myself.
And that brings us to the close of Thor's 215th entrance ceremony.
Your gifts will be doubled to help save lives.
Next, please proceed to the class designated in your guidebook.
It gives
There, you will go over the school rules as well as your class's curriculum. That is all. Dismissed.
The class designated in our guidebook.
And I would find a matching soul.
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
There wasn't any information on that in mine either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
All right, students in red uniforms, if I can have your attention, please.
When you fall right now, your guess in line will be
By
double
now,
to
you're
help save
probably all confused. Where's my class assignment, you're probably thinking.
If you hear God's voice,
That's perfectly understandable. Your situation is a little more complicated than the other students. But before I explain, I'd like all of you to join me for a special orienteering exercise.
that's a game changer for me. They're a vital advance.
Did you mean an orientation exercise?
Reduces wrinkles and promotes weight
Worry
loss.
not.
I see such
Everything
a
will be made
difference
clear
in
soon
my
enough.
skin. I
Now,
notice fewer
right
wrinkles.
this way, if you
My
will.
skin looks healthier. It was easier to get clean. I rarely shed a few pounds. And the first couple of weeks, it does give me that feeling of just ridiculous. They're a vital advance.
Looks like we're gonna have to follow her if we want any answers.
It's here. Daybreak's products, Black Friday. Get the year's best prices at the launch package for deals and
What do you think this is all about?
I have no idea, but we're not going to accomplish anything just standing around here. We should go with her.
Apply online with Monstrum. The next business game for so
Former President Trump and Vice President Harris facing what could be a historic gender gap potentially in this year's election. Look at this.
Trump up 18 with men, Harris 16 with women. That is a 34-point gender gap by about 10 points. If this happens, this would be the biggest.
Why is there a
gender
building
gap
this dilapidated on campus? It looks like it should have been torn down ages ago.
Co-chair, former Lieutenant Colonel in the Army Reserve. Right? You're still in the Army? I'm sorry. Yeah,
What does she even want us to do here?
Is she ever gonna tell us what's going on?
I suppose we'll just have to go inside and see for ourselves what awaits us.
Yeah, that we just showed on that screen. This is what it looks like in the background.
This place looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
Now that you mention it, it kind of does. I think this is everyone I've seen with the red uniform so far.
Women's tour events, which you have been part of.
I guess we really are part of the same class then.
When the left and the other side was relentlessly attacking me and trying to tear me down, it was Donald Trump who built me up and gave me the confidence I needed to keep fighting. I would also say
So, these are our new underclassmen, huh?
Yep. They've got a different set of hoops to jump through than we did, though.
So what do you think about the effectiveness of those, about the Cuban comment?
I'm just happy all our work's paying off. I'd hate to have put in a year's worth of effort for nothing.
Ain't that the truth?
Lauren
When did
Trump
you do any
launched
work?
a Women for
You
Trump
were just
tour,
slacking off the whole time.
a month ago, maybe even 2
Says the
months ago now. I
master
helped
slacker.
her with a couple of the first
Still,
events.
looks like Elisa's got some stiff competition. Quite a bevy of beauties they've got there. And I'm looking forward to getting intimately acquainted with each and every one of them.
Oh, you know one of them? Wait. No, not these ones too. Stop flirting with every damn girl you lay eyes on.
Even when I ran for president.
Do you have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts broken because of your libido? Did you just sneer at me? Oh, you did, didn't you?
Come on now, no fighting, you two.
Well, look, finally made it. Nice work.
You got our little chickadees all sorted out, I take it?
Yep, they're all bright-eyed and ready to go. So from here on out, we're gonna have to give it all we've got to support this fledgling class.
Now you sound a part of the student council president.
Yeah, she's going all in. Well, they'd be in for a pretty rough time if we didn't help out a little. At least to start with, anyway. Everything's ready over there, right?
You betcha. Just like the instructor asked. Can't help but feel a little sorry for them, though.
Same here. They've got no idea what they're being tossed into. The class they've been picked for didn't even exist before this year. Guess all we can do is watch and see what they're made of, right?
Yeah, I don't have any regrets about how things are going. Like I said, Laura Trump launched something well over a month ago. All of us, in our own ways, I think, have been out on the road and speaking to voters, listening to voters, really for the last several months. And so the fact that we're all gathered together, and many of us spoke this morning at the Lancaster, Pennsylvania rally before President Trump began
The name's
his
Sarah
remarks.
Valestein.
We don't all have to stand together for people to...
I'm the instructor in charge of Class 7, which means you get the pleasure of seeing me all year. Glad to finally meet you.
Only choice in this election that a president who
Class
cares about
7?
the people, who's willing to fight for us, who's willing to stand up to the power elite.
I'm not sure I understand. I wasn't told anything about this at enrollment.
Excuse me, Instructor Sarah? I was under the impression that there were only 5 classes at this academy, and that students were split among them based on their social class and home region.
Right you are, Miss Top Scorer on the Thor's entrance exam. Students in each year are divided into 5 classes, 2 for the nobility and 3 for commoners. And it's been that way for ages, right up through last year. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little.
What do you...
We now have a 6th class, fittingly titled Class 7. And in Class 7, we recognize no distinction between nobles and commoners.
Wait, you just jumped straight from 5 to 7?
You're really putting nobles and commoners in the same class?
This must be some kind of joke. And why is this the first I've heard of it?
Well,
are very quick and easy to advocate for starting a new war in another place and send our troops and
Machias Regnus.
way, but they themselves will never volunteer.
And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this. Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
You do know I'm not the one who made the decision, right? Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're all kids. Can't you all just get along or something?
Just get along? And how would you propose we do that?
Measures and recognizing that war should always be a last resort. Well, that's the experience of the first 4 years, which is a fact on the table.
What's your problem?
Oh, nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom.
Machias does have a fucking hole, though, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He gets into it. He gets into it here and there.
Please, my lord. I can give you all the respect you deserve.
Makes the game enjoyable, tell you the truth.
So the first one was the Pennsylvania ad, very pro-Israel. The second one was the schooling Israel ad that is playing in Michigan. What do you think of that? I'm not surprised to see this at all, Martha, because this is exactly what she did when she ran for president.
Usus
She and I were in that
Alberea. Not that I'd expect the name of an arrogant, stuck-up hedonist to lodge itself in that hard head of yours.
She would say completely different things to different audiences about her position.
He's from one of the 4 great houses.
The son of Duke Alberea, lord of the Kreutzen province in the southeast.
Oh, you don't get much more noble than that.
Interesting.
Some of them actually
I'd heard the rumors.
just a few days ago, you said this was your position. Now today, you're saying it's a different one.
Do you expect me to be impressed? Your family lineage means nothing to me. I'll never bend my knee to the likes of...
Okay, that's enough.
Rather than actually speaking to all the American people.
I'm sure a couple of you have a few grievances, but now's not the time. I'll hear your complaints later. Right now, you've got your orienteering exercise, and far be it from me to keep you from our fun little icebreaker.
You mentioned this orienteering exercise earlier? What exactly does that involve? It's a form of outdoor competition, isn't it? Something like a cross between a map reading exercise and a scavenger hunt?
Those who want to continue to profit from us being in a constant state of war
are going to be the ones who are putting their talking points.
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Nothing gets by you, does it?
Real quick, I really want 2 seconds, but who do you think that would be? Because we don't have a sense of who her, who her contact voice is.
But I don't want to spoil the fun, so let's get started, shall we?
It wouldn't surprise me given their track record. The names don't matter so much as the people who consistently across both parties have shown that they are warmongers, who are so ready to start a war, who don't care for peace, who don't care for our security, or the lives of the American people and our men and women in this war. Together, thank you. Thanks for your service and thanks for joining us today. Always good to see you.
Come on,
So that is the
Fee.
story of this Sunday, November 3rd. So,
No cheating.
we have
You're
an
going with
election
them, and
just 2
that's
days
that.
away.
What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Lame.
Laura gave out from under us. I can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap.
Does this mean there's a series of catacombs beneath the school grounds then? What does that woman think she's playing at?
We are in Michigan, also where Vice President Kamala Harris campaign. Busy down as we are a couple of days away. We believe it's all this time, a couple of days away. Welcome to
My heart was going to jump out of my chest. Hey, Reen, are you...
The implications of that a little later on. A bit of leadership in Macon, Georgia, what they headed after this.
Easy now. Hands where she can see them.
As we wait for Donald Trump to speak in North Carolina, the crowd is going to fill in here in Macon, Georgia. This is where he's going to have his third rally of the day tonight, and his third different ballot in the state. And he's also reacting to this new
a bit awkward.
that surprisingly shows him losing the state. Take a look at this. This is a highly respected Des Moines register poll, which
I'm really
because it shows
Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important, right?
amongst Latin voters. Now, the Trump camp says this poll is an outlier that's skewed, and Trump himself responded earlier today in Pennsylvania. Take a listen.
The polls are just as corrupt as some of the writers back there. They can make those polls sing. They can make them sing. I got a poll of 10 points up in Iowa. One of my enemies just puts out a poll 3 down.
Now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve.
He made when he was talking about potential assassins trying to get to him. Here's what he said.
To get me, somebody will have to shoot through the fake news.
And if he can get his brother in that job too, because we can go at the same shifts, that would work.
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables.
Nothing to do with the media being harmed, but there can be no what was said. Back after the live, Nikki Haley is now
Seems to be some sort of portable ordnance.
She did write an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal today in which she describes him as not a perfect candidate, but the better choice. She says she doesn't always agree with Donald Trump, but she does disagree with Kamala Harris.
These handy little devices are a special kind of battle ornament.
Thank you for that.
Miss Palestine? So these devices have been already then?
Good afternoon, only Michigan today. Across the state. As well. She's campaigning in nearby Novi, Michigan, and that's what we called up with her. We wanted to ask her about the Arab vote here in the state. Now, they say they're refusing to vote for Harris over the administration support of Israel. Notably, Michigan Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib
Wait, don't tell me these things are...
New model
They
battle
erased
workers
that
made
close.
partnership
Isn't
between the
that
Epstein Foundation
just
and
from a
Rhinestone
Democratic
Company.
member of Congress?
Newly made fifth generation battle workers. Their most Argus units.
One community.
Argus.
It's going to be close.
So these are battle
We
organs.
want people
That
to
means they'll allow us to use arcs, right?
Sure will. Just set a course into one of its slots and you can use arts all the live long day. Which is why I've prepared enough quartz for each and every one of you.
When they asked if Harris is going to win Michigan, the Ripper said yes. In Detroit, she spoke at a black church, and Harris will visit a restaurant. Pontiac will stop at a barber shop, and then head out to Michigan State University.
The weapons you brought are all here too. Each packaged neatly along a little box containing a quartz.
Some criticism for calling Trump
Find yours
supporters
and try setting the quartz
Trump
into your
supporter.
Argus.
President is capturing even more headlines.
That's great.
I suppose.
I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you have to smack.
What is this woman thinking?
So Harris closes out her campaign tomorrow in Pennsylvania with rallies, performances, and Oprah. Back to you.
Let's see.
Rich,
Mine
put us
is...
down. We put a judge.
Oh, I see mine over there. Let me just go grab it, okay?
To sort of weigh in on this race. It's always good to have you with me, but I'd like to get your thoughts on the nasty tone of this election. You had said, and not too many, wouldn't it be nice to have a normal political life in this country? Would any of that change no matter who?
What's this?
Well, I think so.
That's called a master quartz. If you set that into a large slot in the center of your Argus, you'll be able to use
not that
Argus.
they suddenly became less conservative or even if they agree with her on most issues. It's that they want us to have a more normal Republican Party.
Go on,
You know, we just
give
heard
it a
President
try.
Trump joking about shooting journalists. Yesterday or the other day, we heard him talk about aiming guns at one of his political critics, by the way, a Republican, who happened to criticize him. One of the things I most respect about conservatives over the years, even though I haven't always agreed with them, is a love of freedom. And I think that love of freedom has propelled many of them to reject somebody who has made it clear that if you cross him or criticize him, whether you're a journalist, a Democrat, or even a Republican, he's coming for you. And he thinks that you're the enemy. Look, it's one thing to have all kinds of intense policy fights over fiscal policy, social policy, you name it. That's normal, that's healthy, that's part of our system. Threatening violence against political opponents is not, and we need to put that in the rearview mirror. Again, I think a lot of Republicans feel the same way. That's why we have this unbelievable spectacle right now, seeing everybody from Bernie Sanders to Dick Cheney pulling in the same direction. You know, Mayor Houston won
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Argus. Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want. These Argus units have plenty more nifty features, but I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once. So we'll cover those another time. Anyway, since you've got your Argus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do.
It was really striking. I, of course, know Iowa well from having campaigned there, and I know the reputation of this pollster.
When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground
one of the
testing
most
area.
respected pollsters in the
It's an
country. Correctly predicted a big Trump win in the last two elections in Iowa. So this is a very striking finding. Now, one poll is just one poll, no matter how good the pollster is.
Pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost in at least one.
Some of those moderates and conservatives, and of course we know how many women are responding.
But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around though, so don't let your guard down even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface. Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have. If you make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss, free of charge. On the cheek,
the sitting vice president, that also represents generational change compared to Donald Trump. It's just an unusual dynamic. It's hard to predict based on polls or models. Which is why I think the most important thing is I'm speaking to you from a field office in Jackson County, Michigan. I just spoke to a number of firefighter volunteers, local party folks tell me they're not sure they've ever seen that many monsters in a single canvas pickup. I do believe that more than anything else, more than the ads, the polls, the mailers, whatever. We believe that's going to be the key to it. Women will be the key to her victory. You just mentioned, of course, on the abortion issue on X, you mentioned that American women will turn out to ensure Kamala Harris defeats them in and took away their right to choose. But the fact of the matter is you know very well, Mayor, it's a gender gap that we've never seen. It's a history where men over
Where do you think you're going? Are you trying to wander off on your own without saying anything?
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here. And I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all.
Just that should care about women's rights just as much as we do.
Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us. That's how you're gonna be. Find my way out of here before you. I'm pretty careful. Some relic of an outdated planet.
What should we do? The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves. I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
Oh, no, that's fine. It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as... well, I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way and she can join us then. So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
I'm not sure I can agree with the premise of that question. I mean, she pledged to include Republicans in her cabinet. I'm not sure I've ever seen a Democratic candidate do that. She has invited prominent Republican elected officials to campaign with her on the trail. You see that. But she also told him as fast. She also told him that
That's such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this?
I don't think General Kelly is wrong.
Should the three of us stick together too?
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you.
Or his own vice president not support him. And by the same token, we've never seen a Democrat have that many Republicans who do support her. But I think the most important thing is the difference in the closing message between him talking about turning guns on people.
I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Gaius Warzel.
You will have a seat at the table in my administration. He specifically not saying turning guns. I think they disagree, but I did want to get the
I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I've been wondering. My name is Green Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Craig. So, you will fight with that?
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
We need to reach across some of those divisions, which is exactly why I try to speak
to spear, but it has that odd cross-shaped tip.
Now, it's worth noting that
it looks kind of awesome.
Think of it as combining the best parts of a spear and a poleaxe. I was pretty handy with it back home. But speaking of weapons, I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, yeah, it's an ornament, isn't it?
Both, actually. It's an orbital staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it, so when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
Can't say I have either.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet.
She wants to be a president for everyone.
But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Reem.
Oh, my sword?
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on. All right, taking a look right now against North Carolina. We're down.
Yeah, but what kind of sword is it?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used, though.
It's an Eastern style of saber called a tachi. Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Wow, that's one beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional.
They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge. Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough. We should really be getting ourselves into trouble.
I think I can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me. Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Alright, let's save it here, guys.
And protect Social Security. I will focus on getting things done. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message. Let's get to work. No.
Excellent.